Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are here to the war, to end all war. Anyway, we are here to the trial, to end all trial. Now then, will the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, please take the stand? Miss Lana Sky, you are the chief prosecutor. I'm sure you are aware of what is required of you. But, Mr. Edward, you already know everything. You know all I've done these past 2 years. Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Sky. And remember, you are under oath. We want to hear the truth. Of course, the truth. Lana, no matter what happens, I'll always be your sister. Even though I'm a murderer. Lana be like, check. Now then, your testimony if you will. First tell about your relationship with Chief Gant. Everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance to have we have to get Gant. I work alongside Gant for years. There is no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated evidence 2 years ago by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. Are you sure about this testimony? Your Honor, I'm confessing to a capital offense, of course, I'm sure. I kind of interesting how her eye always look to the left. I'm guessing when she's lying, but you know. But Lana, if it is true, then Chief Gant has nothing to do with this. Anyway, she almost always look to the left. Like she, after the beginning of the game, you kind of come to realization that whatever she said is a lie. That's what I've been telling you from the beginning. Please, Mr. Wright, you've got to help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me. But why is she telling the truth? She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. No, please. No, please. Okay. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony. Yeah, it is no time to start second-guessing myself. Okay. I thought it was gonna crash. The defense may not begin his cross-examination. Actually, it's gonna crash, isn't it? No, it's not gonna crash. Okay, perfect. With alongside gun, blah 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 blah. When I found Marshall body range of crime. Why? You say you did this all by yourself? Yes. Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene? No. No? Sim, I was the first person who discovered the scene. The broken prosecutor award knife was stuck in the victim's body. What? Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident. There's only a situation you dreamed was possible. The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change this statement. You mean, Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Dake? Something like that. If that's so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Dake was carrying a switchblade knife. Oh. That was lying on the floor a little distance away. It was probably knocked away in a struggle. That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up her lies with more lies. All just to protect her. So, when you found the scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to. Yes. What? Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? But why? Why you would do that? You all of people should know Edward. You always had a good head on your shoulder. My head isn't that bad, but maybe I ought to ask for the sake of others. Why do you move the body? When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body? It was where you deduced it. It was by Chief Gant's desk. But the body was found by your desk. Why do you move it there? The reason for that is simple. Let's have the witness explain these in more details. The reason Miss Sky moved the body. This jar? Oh. The fact that I can examine my own badge is insane. Miss Kai, I understand how you feel. You committed a crime 2 years ago to protect your sister. You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered? If that true were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring it to everyone's attention. A severe contradiction within your testimony. Contradiction in my testimony? You testified, and I quote, "The piece of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan." That's right. Do you have a problem with that? It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar with victim's blood. Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments. Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, he must not yet have been broken before he died. Yeah. He couldn't have written Emma's name on the shattered jar. Order! Order! Your Honor, it will appear. More information is needed in regard to this jar and his bloody message. You may be missing something critical up here. Something critical? Chief Prosecutor, seems you are in the dark. You are as in the dark as we are. About the truth towards which we are headed. What? Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth. Very well, the witness may now continue her testimony. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar. But it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I waved away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. The cool thing about was whipping them clean before they were discarded. You mean you're the one who whipped away the message blood? In blood? I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time. She didn't think Dark was the real murder. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence. Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Okay, that was weird. You didn't. Representative? Miss Kai, I believe the jar concealed a truth even you were unaware of. What? We found the final piece of this jar in Chief Gant's safe. The chief's safe? But how? I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it. But the witness just testified that she gathered every last piece of and wiped the blood off of them. Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. The now Prosecutor Marshall was murdered. You were not the first one to show up on the scene. Chief Gant got there before you. But couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece? I'm afraid that is unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone unlaced detective. They may well be, but everyone makes mistakes, even once wasted an entire day. Let's avoid the personal issues. Looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all along. Haha, can you believe that? Have you forgotten your honor? When these witnesses arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken. Oh, that. There's no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness. But we are not implying this person was Chief Gant at the time he was looking. For that, the question is if he did arrive there. The question is if he did arrive there first, why did he hide the fact that for 2 years? 2 years? Well, Your Honor, can you answer that? Wait, I'm not the one on trial here. Demogorgon arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break the jar and purposely hid one of the broken pieces. Question: what is this action called? Fabrication of evidence. But why would Chief Gunn do that? Never what happened afterwards, isn't that clear? What happened afterwards? Discovering the scene, Lana and Sky believe her sister Emma killed the victim. Determining to help her sister, she saw Gunn saved. Lending her his aid, Gunn helped her create evidence that incriminated Dante. Sparing Emma, and therein lies the reason. The reason why Miss Sky became the Chief's puppet. No, I did it on my own. Please stop trying to protect Chief! Well, you should say protect me. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorney make up most foul lies to defend their clients. Foul lies? Imagine that coming from my own client. I guess you do seem the type who likes to twist the truth. Wait a minute. What if I still smack dab in the middle of Gunn's trap? Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Lana, maybe right after all. What do you mean, right? You tell foul lies, then, Mr. Wright. Miss Sky, please testify once more. But if evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie. But I don't remember knocking over Mr. Marshall. Miss Sky, if you will. I can't. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will. Oh, it will if you tell the truth. Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw. Oh. Alright, the witness may testify once more for the final time. Jesus Christ. Take it a fucking while. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on the suit Farmer sold. Emma and Drake were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the kind of evidence that linked her to the murder. Had a Chief Gunn helped me remove the body from the sword and carry it. I felt, but if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent. Unbelievable. The body was impaled on the armor's sword? You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof. Actually, I do have proof. I gave it to Miss Wright just this morning. What? To me? Did you? In the book? Yeah, see everything. Check. Yeah, rule 1, no evidence issued without approval of the police. What the fuck? What's in it? It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed. But I don't remember seeing a picture like that. Lana must have known. See, Miss Wright, she really does have faith in you. Very well, Mr. Wright, please present this picture. I don't remember seeing any picture from Lana. Lana says she gave it to you this morning, right? Seem to remember getting something from her. I checked that evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere. Okay, let's check. Open it then. Oh shit. Oh my god, it's in HD. Hey, there's a picture there. Yeah. Oh my. This is the actual crime scene. One of the detectives saw the crime scene like this. But I contacted criminal affairs only after I had a rearranger. That's Miss Wright. A piece of cloth from his vest, could that be the cloth that they found inside Chief Gunn's? But why cut it out? Beforehand? What's this? How did you know? This is handprint, isn't it? The cloth, he had fingerprints in it. Whoever fingerprints those are must be the real murderer. What? But those fingerprints, they're yours, Emma. Are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright? Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination. So long as you tell the truth, we shall be able to flush out the real murderer. Well, the defense may now begin his cross-examination. Oh, jeez. Come on. Now, Angie. This is the best excuse for a trial I've never seen. She's gone. What? Now you want to make me out of the bad guy too? You saw his like to put in a word or two in my defense. I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? You already declined to testify. That means you forfeit your right to make a statement of any sort. It must be that risk we were talking about earlier. Just sit back, relax. Enjoy the sound of nose tightening to your own neck. Huh, so what? You think I'm worried? Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statement. What do you mean? The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence. Yes, that's true. Wait, you mean? You still have some conclusive evidence? No, I don't. But someone does. Someone? So, what's your excuse, Ryder? Have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Tell me that proves you not over needing martial code instead. Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt. Is this true, Mr. Wright? Ooh, I show that piece of evidence now. I'm sure to be made out out of the murder. Just sure. I don't want to do this ever again. And again, you'll be one appearing before the ball increase. What do I do now? But I think it's through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present a piece of evidence? That shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall? Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I could present at this point in time. What? You lie! Chief Gant, you opened my safe. I know you took what was inside. The conclusive evidence. I don't know what you are talking about. Mr. Wright, why don't you show them? We found it. I see, it's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it. What you're talking about? Is you can't? Can you figure out? Take a good look at this picture. See the victim vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area? Looks like part of it's been cut out for some reason. You mean you had this in your safe? What? That means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence? This is going to be a biggest scandal in the history of police department. Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the goal, right? Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened. What? You mean you admit it? Oh my god. I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It then occurred me that I could use the situation to control Lana. You really were manipulating her. I knew Lana. I made it look like the blame lay with her sister. That's when she saw the scene, she would ask me for it, right? So, you assisted Miss Sky. I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant a knife deep into the victim's body and move the body across the room. I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dagger convicted. When I tampered with the crime scene, I had 2 pieces of evidence. It was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you. 2 pieces of evidence? You mean those items in your safe? Well, yeah. But why? Yeah, that's a $100 question, right? For insurance, of course. Insurance? I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed. You mean you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence? What do you take me for? A fool? I didn't make the police chief like that. See this jaw fragment? I hate the most illegible part of Emma. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood off all that pieces. Maybe you fabricated all the evidence. What's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar too? Ho, ho, ho. But people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I keep one more item for insurance. I mean, that piece of cloth? Come on, writer. Cough it up already. I know you have it. What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright? Well, you're a meat to it then, Chief Kent. That you were hiding the clothes you cut off the victim vest in your safe. Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do that being chief and all. It's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you say you didn't have any evidence you could present. Foolish move, writer. You should have shown it then before it was too late. It's been a long battle, but the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as don't mess up, here's a victory. What? Do I show? Show it. I'm gonna fart. Do I have ready to present now? Alright then, let's see the conclusive evidence. The evidence that show Lakuri murder, prosecutor, Marshall. This one? Take that! Let me verify these once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest. Huh, yes. At last you have finally brought it out into the open. There's a handprint in this piece of cloth. Your Honor, the prosecution requested to be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. This handprint on the leather. There must have been strong impact for it to be left so clearly. You mean, could not have been forged and must be authentic, conclusive evidence. Not slow on the uptake as ever, was he? What? Think about it. Writer had all this time to present his evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be? Didn't you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that. Miss Wright, do you really know? Well, the fingers floated, it must be a real murder. Whose fingerprints are they? Very well. Well done. She'll be okay now. How? Urging proceeding as predicted. The person to whom these fingerprints belongs to is... Take that! Emma? Emma Sky? What? They're mine? I'm sorry, Emma. But why? Why didn't you tell me? Wait, why I'm doing the Santa Claus stuff? Anyway, well, I knew this girl did it all along. You still try to pin the murder on me. So it's true, tragic but true. This girl really did show Prosecutor Marshall to this guy. How could you? You monster! This guy, you knew whose fingerprints those were all along, yet you acted like she really didn't. Miss Sky is not alright. What? I say this trial is a moment. Huh, but I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career too. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charge after the defendant is convicted. Have your badge too, boy. What's the matter? Got your tongue? Are you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be one of to single-handedly turn a poor little girl into a murder? Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up. Oh, and what's that? Where did you kill Prosecutor Neil Marshall? Okay. What? Chief Gant, you're absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who really murders it, who killed Neil Marshall, you ask? It was Emma Sky, wasn't it? I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction. What? Contradiction? What is this faux babbling about? I'm talking about the contradiction, one that proves what a real killer is. Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth, what could it possibly contradict? Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. Behold my stuff! Take that! And what exactly is supposed to be? It's a picture of Miss Kaya to it. Take a good look at it. See where the piece of this vest was cut off? Yes, his shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood out of his vest though. Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood, that's only natural. His lungs no doubt were punctured, blood poured out of his mouth. Oh, but that piece of cloth is pristine! Wait, there's no blood on it. Since Emma Sky fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at the time. This is nonsense! Now then, Chief Cat, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside. He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out. If so, then tell me, who could have ended? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana's came? Pick up the unconscious prosecutor and impale him on the armor's sword. Then to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death. Say the person prosecutor proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood. A jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue. And make Lana believe her sister did it. Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of victim's vest. Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer. It's finally all over. That was close, right? You almost had me. Sorry, but you have to do better than that to refute all your allegations. What do you mean you refute his allegation? You see, that piece of evidence is illegal evidence. Order! Order! That's nonsense, is this? Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember that, Yuji? Earlier, all right or here concealed that piece of cloth. So then, what's your excuse, writer? You have some conclusive evidence, don't you? The funny thing is that if you show it, you actually is automatic game over. It's like, fuck you. The game is like, fuck you. You don't have any evidence to present at this point in time. Well, that's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence. At that moment, that piece of cloth used to be legal evidence. But that's not fair. You actually think you could best me in court? Looks like your last laugh on you, son. I'm afraid mere Gant claim is illegally correct. Well, Mr. Edwards, true. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal. Well, Mr. Wright? The time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived. Mr. Wright, do you admit it? That you purposely and illegally concealed this piece of cloth? I did not lie. I mean, I refused to present it on one promise. So the evidence is illegal. No, it isn't, Mr. Wright. Huh? It's not that I didn't present the evidence. It's that I couldn't. What do you mean, you couldn't? There's a procedure involved when presenting evidence. No, don't listen to these lies! He's nothing but a coward! You can't really believe! There's only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is the evidence legal or not? Very well, that settles it once and for all. Earlier you refused to present evidence. You can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law. Then so, now. Fuck off. Bracket. This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. What's this? I done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at a point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more. What? You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law. Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. I found this piece of evidence myself inside your safe, because without saying, I did not have approval from the police department. Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And here is the crux of the matter. You see, at the time it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident. What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy just to take one look at this picture? Sorry, but can you recall when was the picture presented? That was shown only a few moments ago. No, he's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless. The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant. You yourself confessed to certain truth. Let me verify this one more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut off this piece of the victim vest. Yes, you did, blah blah blah. No! What the hell? We'll stand that you proved this as a conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth. The only person who could have cut this from the victim vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moment. In other words, the real murderer, and there's only one person that could. Damon Gant, the killer was you. Have gotten rid of the good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years he's been snooping around in the department, trying to get something on them. Crime has been committed every day, yet he insisted on harming me. But your crime wasn't exactly petty. He wanted to investigate the case. He recruited Angel Stars and convinced Space to Detective Goodman. Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I will lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you got to help me. Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman? Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered. He opened his evidence locker. As he was taking the evidence out, he said, "It's not too late. I'm going to hand all these over to Marshall." Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his own words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. Just when I saw it, that cursed knife. I couldn't just pull it out. And so would only let more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime. And so the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know my stumbling, so I hurried to wipe it out. I was worrying so much about the flow, I didn't realize my fatal mistake. A bloody handprint. The detective gumshoe locker. It used to be known as the crime computer. Everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nice. I had no business doing any of it. And you put the body in my car. I'm sorry, I couldn't think any other way to move on. Broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detective ever will. Being the prosecution's car aside. How could you get Miss Sky involved in all this? Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out. So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman. Feel bad for having it to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to pick. So you left the job fragment in the glove. Yeah. Looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. They all did their best to get me in my way. I got to hand it to them. They do their job well, much to my dismay. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Worthy. Why do you stand in court? Me? Who despise criminals? I can feel it. You and me. We're the same. One day you will understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. Well, look like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Uji. What? Looks like we have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend. I'm sorry too. And you as you used to be. You were once a fine investigator and an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person, because they are gone now. Thankful to memories though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. I have Wright here. And Worthy. These two around, you can go. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sound of a new beginning. The two things I want you to understand. Yes. First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Emma can't betray you from the beginning. You see, Miss Kai, you no longer have any reason to keep silent. You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell her what that I've done these past 2 years. The time I had Gant helped me to forge evidence up until today. So, is the question raising this trial have been answered? I'm sorry, Miss Kai. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble. My, what a high stanza you have for a rookie. I can't see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows? A few years from now, you just might make it to the top. This was a really good smile, by the way. As a drawing-wise, like it was really nice. Oh, you my thanks, Mr. Wright. Miss Kai. And to you too, Mr. Edward. You suffered every bit as much as I have over these past days. Sorry. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal's been for me. It was nothing. Liar. Liar. I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Miss Wright to victory. You're done well, Mr. Edward. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Only to match up. Girl, stop it. In light of this case, it seems as good as examining is in order for all of us. Miss Kai. Yes, Your Honor. You are innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date. Yes, I understand. There's something amusing about all of this. Why are you smiling? It's been a long time, Your Honor. Long time since I fell free of these heavy chains. Well, this trial has gone on far too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Yes! Finally! It took so much time! Oh my god. This whole discourse joined. February. Yeah, it was still February. Long last is finally over. Emma? What's wrong, Emma? Emma, don't fuck with me, Emma. Why the long face? I'm so sorry. Your sister didn't get completely off the hook. But at least she wasn't convicted for murder she didn't commit. Oh, no, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended. I can see why Mia Fey thought of so highly. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And you too, Mr. Edward. You suffer every bit of what she's told. She smiled? What? You know, I did my best too, but Lana didn't say a single word to me. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Ah, gumshoe. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what's it? God, it's the same identical stuff. You're doing these on purpose, aren't you? Make a heavy run all around while I'm on duty. On top of it, you call me here and seeing happy people at funerals. You say the same line! This is lazy writing. Hey, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding. Oh, are you here because of my sister again? Nope, not this time. I came today because of you, pal. Me? That's right. I told you you'd like to see someone. Lana! Should you be doing this? Huh, she's still under arrest, you know. Well, I won't tell you if I want. If you want. And I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. The day 2 years ago. Was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting robbed up into that mess. Sis, I asked God to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake, but now I realize it was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself. But I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew. But sis, you were only doing it for me. No. Huh? I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you. Sis, I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. Okay, you are happy? Okay, you're happy. Of course, you know, sis. I always knew that one day you'd come back. And how you have. And now you have. Oh, I'm all the credits. Oh, yeah. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistake. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in so doing, we can find the way back to our rightful path. It is from there that we can move on towards a brighter future. I don't know, he probably got that from some Anyway, at least that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up. That's right, Mr. Gumshoe. Me? Moi? Thank you both for what you have done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right? I'm quite confident we don't. Isn't that right, Edward? Edward? Stop hiding and come over here. Where was he hiding? I just came to say congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edward. Right, well, I'll be going now. Mr. Edward, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. You were the ones who acted corruptly, not you. It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say, I realize today that I can't correct my mistakes. Mr. Edward, not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. You're gone feels right. You despise criminals, I can feel it. You and me, we are the same. One day you'll understand, or believe me, you will. We're just one man. You will see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I needed a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now. But Edward, who knows, given enough time I might have tried to pull something like cheap candidates. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on a prosecutor. Edward, don't you understand? Lemoganda and your mentor, Manfred, will come. We're both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime, but they both made the same mistake. You say, in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. That's maybe true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright, and because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Oh, well, yeah. Is it a pub quiz? Hello, pub quiz. Come on, Mr. Wright, show him what Lana's talking about. Evidence? Evidence? Something that neither Edward nor I would be able to find on our own. No. Evidence list? That's the picture I drew. Why can't I began with this? He had one half of the evidence list, and I had the other, and I had the other. We were like twins. Well, we couldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture. That didn't just happen by chance, Miss Edward. It's time for me to go. Miss Edward, if you will excuse me, there are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. Edward, what will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember, you can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you. In the end, it's up to you. I know, you seem I owe you my thanks too, right? But what I face now is my problem. Edward, I'll be waiting for you in court. Farewell. I better be going to. Okay, I'll be there. It seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up. Here, here's a little something for you. Oh, scientific investigation. It's the first book I ever bought. Study the well. Thanks, sis. I will. And so another case came to close. As for the sister, I have faith. Faith that their lives have only just begun. That's all for me. I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. A journey to discover myself. Well, don't go tracking you just yet, pal. What is it, detective? It's a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this. Oh, but thought you said it was okay. Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story. Huh? Basically, he had to bribe guards in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either. Huh? Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side. Yeah, well, you see, Mr. Wright here is the one who will be footing the bill. Wild indeed. Huh? Huh? What do you think I could afford it with my salary? You're gonna be kidding me, bro. Huh? 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 Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best. Why is it? Suddenly I feel like I want to scream. Yeah, I got an idea. Why don't we all go to pay it off together? Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go! Let's go, boys! Objection! Arrange for a friend of mine in Europe to take care of Emma. Hope she'll be pleased to study under the top coroner. As for me, this affair was pretty much handled at the prosecutor office. Still, I managed to find my way back to the field somehow. I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma. Funny thing, I think you don't encounter her ever again. I think maybe Emma. You encounter Emma in the next 2 or 1 game, I don't remember. In the next games, I think you encounter Emma. I never played Apollo 1. I hope they release it. I think you can only purchase it from certain places. So it's really hard to get a hold of it. Oh, yeah. You have to purchase it on the 3DS. I think, I could be wrong. Otherwise, he's fine as it is. I don't really have anything to say. I'm just gonna read at this point. I'm really tired. Oh, Mekis. Mayumi Shu needs to guard the main entrance and take care of the Billy. Can you believe it? I've been demoted to security guard. Partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today. I show them though. Some of them come back to be detective. Yes sir, then I can be just like Dick Gumshoe. That's your way? Yeah, very nice. Mildly polished, extremely cursed badger we have here. What was interesting? They say the Apollo one is very nice. I don't know if it's true. It's just like a little bit more dynamic. Then we have Ace Attorney 2, then Ace Attorney 3. Oh, is that? And what was that? Justice for All? Oh yeah. We gotta find, it's gonna be interesting, the second one and the third one. It's not too shabby. I think as a trilogy is quite good. I see, can you see I'm having me a showdown with a stick lunch partner? Miss Star managed to sneak this onto me. She's in one of those guns, it seems. Well, cowboy, it looks like you did it. You even gave Bambina back her smile. Can you make sure Billy and the gang get their water? Billy. Oh yeah, the cacti. Billy. Forgot about Billy. Looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. As a farewell gift, I put a new meal on the menu. The right way lunch. Double layer tastes a bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer is sweet as victory. Jesus. His same. Oh, sorry. Never mind. Don't worry. And yeah, no worries. I guess I'll play Brandon. cool name. I'm gonna probably gonna finish the second and third, the whole trilogy. We're probably gonna also play the new one, the one in Japan. Was a limited. Sorry, it was inclusive only in Japan for a really long time. It was just recently released to the Western public. Maybe because the reference-wise, I cannot blame them. There's a lot of things that the Japan produced that is not well taken by the Western public. You have to understand their kind of level of eccentric. And oh, we have Maya here. Oh, the drawing are more polished. And yeah, the great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Hopefully, I'm gonna probably play the dubbed one because I cannot be bothered to read all the sentence like I done for this one. Probably gonna read everything, the second and third. Out of I don't know why I'm doing this. It's gonna kill my voice. I don't know why. Anyway, love the game, and I hope you enjoy it too. Oh, of course, the Chronax one, I never played that. So since I never played that, will be unsmooth. I'll probably try my best to not use a guide. I'll probably just play as regularly, so you'll be see a lot of me loading save. It's like saying one thing and that loads the next one. Save, load, save, hey, load, say, load, hey. So, worst case scenario, I use a walkthrough to see the Anva and the book. I'm not that, I'm not that masochist to actually push myself, I guess. But I'll definitely do that. Oh, sorry. What? Oh, that's it. Cool. That's it? Oh yeah. From Capcom. Oh, so I have to understand that again. Ace Attorney. First one. Justice for all, and we have Trials Tribulation. Justice for all. Lost Turnabout. Yeah, this one is so stupid. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the adventure of today. Hope you enjoy. Leave a like and subscribe as usual. I don't know why I keep on saying that. But it is what it is. Have a wonderful day. Good. Bye.
Objection!